We're in what is the east lot of the Garden State Plaza. If anyone is familiar with this mall, the largest mall in New Jersey, it's by the Nordstrom entrance, by the Paparazzi and Joe's restaurant. It seems to be sort of a mobile command center. And if Tom, watch your back, Tom. We got a live truck coming to your back. You can see right in front of us, we have members of one of the local police departments, what looks to be a SWAT team, gearing up to go inside. Now, I'm not sure, Tamsin, what you've already reported before we got on the air, but here's what we're hearing here. People are telling us that at least one gunman wearing body armor and carrying a long gun, possibly an assault rifle, wearing a black helmet or some kind of large helmet covering his face, walked into the mall, possibly at the west end of the mall, and walked through past a couple of movers and apparently and allegedly said to them, "I'm not going to hurt you," and walked through the mall. But things changed when he got in front of the Apple store, which just happens to be past this entrance and about 100 yards up. And people inside the Apple store tell us that the gunman then began firing shots, at least 3 or 4, into the air. They say that he wasn't aiming at anyone in particular, but obviously when everyone heard those shots, panic erupted in the mall. This is a crowded mall 6 days a week. It doesn't matter what time you're coming here, the parking lots are full. You have
All right, it looks like we're having a little bit of problem with Jay's audio there. Looks like we're having a little problem with Jay's audio. Jay, if you can hear me, we want to check back in with you. He is outside of the mall right there in Paramus, New Jersey right now, bringing us up to date.
Tamsin, are you back with us?
We got you. Go ahead.
Are you back with us, Tamsin?
Go ahead,
Tamsin?
Jay.
Okay, so as I was saying, panic erupted in the mall. People started, the store employees started pulling everyone inside the store to clear the common area. There were people who were in the common area who were running, trying to get out. At that point, mall security summoned the police department, and it's not just Paramus. We have several police departments from this area. Bergen County SWAT. I saw several other police departments from the neighboring towns. And if you could pan to your right, you can see some more emergency vehicles coming on what is Route 4 West. And there is an exit for the Garden State Plaza where they'll be getting off and coming into the mall. At this point, we did see at least one police dog going in, and we took that in addition to overhearing a conversation between a woman and a police officer, and a police officer was asking the woman, "Did you see him? Do you know where he went?" And she said no. And then the police officer said, "Come with me." So we're taking those two interactions, seeing the police dog and hearing that conversation, and we're not officially going to say with certainty that there's someone who is still on the loose. Let's step to our right, Tom, as the police officer's trying to come in. Hold on one second, folks. But it's very possible that the police are still looking for someone. When we walked closer to the entrance, we saw a bunch of police officers mobilizing inside the mall, and they were standing at attention and tense. We can tell the difference between a scene that is breaking down where things are over and when things are very active. By no means are we saying that the mall is clear, and by no means are we saying that we have a bunch of people running around inside the mall, but obviously we still have police officers telling us that we need to move back. They're moving everyone, the shoppers who were inside the mall, out of the mall, and we saw at least one police dog going in and SWAT gearing up. So that's what we have right now. And I mean, Tom, turn around and look at this, and look at all these police cars coming in right here. Coming into the scene as if something is still happening. We do not know what, but as they're telling us to move out, we have more police cars and emergency service vehicles coming in. Just to give you an idea of how large this mall is, it is bordered by Route 4 and Route 17. This is probably the busiest retail corridor in northern New Jersey. Again, the largest mall in New Jersey, the Garden State Plaza. It spans at least several acres. We've got several major department stores, every major retail outlet. And again, this is a mall that is busy, bustling from the time it opens at 10 o'clock in the morning to the time it closes down at around 10 o'clock at night. And even then, afterward, you still have a lot of people who are at this mall because there's now a movie theater, an AMC movie theater here. So we're going to break down because the police department is telling us, I don't know what department, but the police officers are telling us that we need to skedaddle and move back. Tell me what you saw and what you heard.
Okay, so I came to the mall, just to get this phone fixed, and the guy who fixed my phone also saw this guy because I was just with him. So I saw 5 guys together. Okay. I noticed them for whatever reason. You're walking through the mall, you notice some people. I didn't think anything of it at all. They were wearing coats. One guy, I remember at least one guy was wearing a double hoodie. And I noticed because I was like, oh, that guy's got 2 hoodies on, like me. Okay, so they just looked determined, whatever. I didn't care. Just kept walking, kept doing my thing. I was exiting the mall. I was at AT&T and, I was exiting the mall and we stopped in AT&T real quick. Is there anything specific you want me to know? Because it's a pretty long, yeah.
Tell it all.
Okay, so at this point, okay, so the moment we ran into AT&T, right? Because my friend was like, okay, let's go into AT&T. And I was like, dude, I really got to go. And to prove a point, I was like, all right, I'm going to wait out here, right? Just go do your thing, go see if you have an upgrade, whatever, and I'll wait right here. So this guy comes around the corner, so sleek, just footsteps, helmet, looked in my direction. I saw him. I was like, that's the guy that was with the other guys holding the helmet. Except this dude's got an assault rifle in his hand, and I think
you clearly recognized it as an assault rifle.
I was in the U.S. Navy. I know what an assault rifle looks like. I don't know if it was fully automatic or semi-automatic, but this dude shot it. Okay, and he was trying to take out cameras. Okay, and I saw that. I saw him literally shoot it and try to take out cameras. So now the main thing here is he wasn't shooting anybody. Not around me. Maybe he murdered tons of people in there. I don't know. But I didn't see him do any of that. He looked determined. He looked like his motives were very serious. But
it
again,
looked like he knew exactly what he wanted to do.
It wasn't some,
it wasn't random.
It wasn't a killing spree. He would have killed me. Literally. He would have sprayed me. It was done. And then after that, the women got scared, and not everyone had a place to run in the back of the store like us. Conveniently, we went to the back of the store. Some people were hiding behind like clothes and shit. Not for nothing, for lack of a better term.
Please watch your language.
Yeah. No, honestly, I just thank God that I'm out here right now, and I'm not in there, and I didn't get any shots fired at me.
But let me back up. You saw more than one gunman.
I saw more than one person that was with him, and yeah, there was multiple guns. There was multiple pieces. Again, I say pieces of metal because at the time there was no way. I've seen a gun, and there's no way that I was going to accept the fact that there was people just holding guns right in front of me at the end of the hallway, and just huddled together. And it was the guys. I'm telling you, there was a motorcycle helmet in this guy, free hand in this one, no gun. No gun. That was the same exact guy that had a gun later and was shooting.
Okay, so you saw what this man looked like before he put on the helmet. Describe him to me.
Exactly. Okay, so they were all the same. They were all looking like me. Like a lighter brown skin color. Literally could have passed for like some, Italian background, Italian genetics or Hispanic genetics. I can't really expand more on that. All of them.
Tall, short, facial hair, glasses, anything.
My height, give or take.
About 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah. Literally, just looking like very, very similar to me in a way. Yeah.
Combat boots? What kind of shoes?
Boots, like maybe construction boots. Again, I really don't want to go too into detail because I didn't care about them. And like, if I would have known at that moment that those were the guys, that were going to cause all this, I would tell you everything. I would have taken a mental picture.
Well, trust me, you're giving us a pretty good account.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. Okay, so is there anything else? Did you like me? Oh, this one kind of trips me out a little bit. All right, so we're in the AT&T store and we come out. Now this is, by we I mean 3 people. There's like 30 back there. Employees and clients and random people that were in the hallway. So we go out, me and these 3 guys, we're just like checking out because people are kind of making jokes, kind of like, I gotta get home. And I was like, really, like, I gotta get home. Let's see what's going on. So we kind of walk out, creep out a little bit, and then we just don't really see anything. Looks pretty calm. We get all the way to the window of the AT&T store, and we see some 2 dudes over there. Some guys. They could have been like with the 5 guys. They could have been them. No guns. I didn't see any guns on them because I was looking for guns at this point.
But they looked like they were with the gunman.
They looked like they could have possibly been the guys that were with the gunman, right? So, all right. So at this point, okay. So, oh god, wait, where was I in the story? I'm sorry.
You saw the guys standing over against the wall.
So they cut the corner real quick, and then like literally seconds after, like a guy dressed like this right here, like dressed like the security people right here. Literally, it may have been him, and literally goes, 2 gunmen, get in the store. So we literally got in the store, and we waited for like another 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know why. I don't know why we did the things we did because we came back out.
How many shots did you hear?
How many shots did I hear or see?
Both.
Okay. See, you were talking about a semi-automatic rifle here. So, how many rounds came out, but how many trigger pulls? 2 seen, and a shotgun, which is what makes me believe that there's another person. 3 total shotgun shots. And they were not that. They were boom, and then another boom, and then another last boom right after that, right after the second one, and then glass everywhere.
So you were able to differentiate between the sound of a shotgun blast and that assault rifle fire.
Yeah, and I don't think that's just being in the Navy. I think that's like a pretty obvious, pretty evident thing that you would have noticed if you would have been there. It's just one was a boom and the other one was like, you know what I'm saying? One was a loud spray. They were both ridiculously loud.
Did you see anyone hurt or injured?
No, I didn't see anyone hurt, and I did see him shoot the gun again. I did see him, like, he looked in our direction. We were a little bit farther from him than some of the people that he looked at with his helmet. Didn't shoot anybody. Didn't shoot a single person.
Did he ever aim the weapon at someone?
No, not that I saw.
What kind of helmet?
Black with a visor. Couldn't see his eyes, or else I would have seen his eyes if it was a clear visor.
A tinted visor.
Tinted visor, black helmet.
Color helmet, black helmet.
Black. His attire was black. Yeah.
All black.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm pretty sure he had gloves on too. Some sort of gloves, like maybe climbing gloves, baseball gloves. I don't know.
So at some point you saw them when they didn't have any of the gloves or the mask or the helmet on. And then they suited up at some point and then started firing.
One suited up again. And when I heard the shotguns, I don't know if there was another guy with a helmet walking around with a shotgun, you know? So that could have been very well happened. But when I did see them, I didn't know it. But now that I look back on it, that was obviously a briefing or some sort of a briefing. And then
were they walking toward a specific direction? Were they walking toward Nordstrom? Or were they walking toward Macy's?
We went in through Nordstrom. We were at the kiosk where my phone was getting fixed, right by the Apple Store on the first floor. Went up to the Apple Store for a quick second. Went back down to by the kiosk where I was. Cut that corner, and we're by AT&T. So now you know where I was exactly. Okay. So by AT&T and the Apple Store, this is where it all happened. And he was coming down from the Apple Store where he was with his buddies. Coming down, literally the guy that had my phone saw him. He had the helmet on already at that point, and he was already shooting at that point. His semi-automatic rifle, though.
In the air.
I asked the guy who fixed my phone too. I saw him earlier. He said he wasn't shooting anybody. Didn't point the gun at anybody. He was shooting the cameras.
Could you tell where he was headed?
Towards me, because I saw him.
No, in what direction?
Oh, afterwards? No. Honestly, at that moment, I was so scared. I mean, I had nothing on me to protect myself, and this was completely real. You know, what everyone's worst fear was completely real. Yeah. And it was mind-blowing to say the least.
Say it again?
It was mind-blowing to say the least. And this is not my first what?
This is not your first time at this mall?
Oh, no, it's not, no.
So you know what this is like here, busy, peaceful?
No, it's a nice area. You got Bergen County, and you got some people from State County that come here. It's honestly a nice area. People just trying to do their shopping. A lot of good people. I've never heard or seen or, you know, ever experienced or anything like this, you know. This is crazy, completely crazy.
Tell me your name again.
Johnny.
Johnny Jimenez?
Yeah.
I appreciate your time.
No problem. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Johnny, where are you from?
All right. I heard it. It's a pretty detailed account, Tamsin Scott.
Yeah, okay, let's recap for people who might just be joining us, because I know there's been a lot of new information that continues to roll in, but you have an eyewitness that seems to have a very clear picture of what he was looking at, what he heard, and where the shooters, I guess, were going as they walked through the mall.
Yeah, and you heard Johnny say that he saw at least 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 people that looked like they might have been in the same group. Definitely one person that was armed and maybe another that had some kind of weapon, but he only saw one person fire and heard 2 different kinds of weapons fired. An assault rifle and a shotgun, and he thinks it was the shotgun that took out the glass in the atrium in the common area of the plaza. And then after that, all bets are off when you heard Johnny describe chaos as people were running, trying to get to safety, running to the back of whatever store that they were near and locking it if they could.